I will also send him a friend request.
Hey guys, welcome to the Trinity Force podcast. Again, you're watching the 5v5 Battle Arena. This is a way for you guys to get better at this game. When Reckern and I were first leveling up, first hit level 30, we started playing 5v5 Battle Arenas together because it made us learn how to play this game in a solo queue mentality. So we brought all of you guys together right now to start doing these live every Thursday night. This is our trial run of this whole ordeal, and so you guys will see us live on T-Force Podcast 2 on Twitch. It'll be stream2.trinityforcepodcast.com. Again, that's stream2.trinityforcepodcast.com. This is a way for you guys to get together and learn how to play solo queue effectively. What we're going to do with this stream is we're going to give you guys tips. It's not going to be normal casting. Like, there's not really going to be a lot of play-by-play. There's not going to be a lot of, building this, building that. It's going to be, this is why, you built this is why you should build this way. Or you built this is proper, and you should move to this turret because of this time. Like, it's going to be complete and total strategy. That's why we're making this game.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a fun way for us to enjoy each other's company and make fun of other League players and give you guys some tips and interact with the community a bit.
That's right. We're just trying to get you guys together, and I just realized it's 11 o'clock at night and I still don't have the podcast together.
It looks like that's happening tomorrow.
This looks like it's drunkenly happening after this podcast. If you guys listen to 144 or 134, it might be a shit show.
It might be a little off the timing because I had a little buzz.
I'm a little buzzed. It's great. No, I'll put the podcast together. If worse comes to worse, I'll just use the backup audio because I don't feel like putting it together. But I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah. Because
I've done it enough times. So, guys, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, I've said it in the past couple ones. Don't forget lcs.trinityforcepodcast.com is going to be going live in the next couple of days. On Sunday night, Reckern, Optimus Tom, and Tom Meringue are going to be doing a LCS podcast. That is 4 podcasts a week.
Yeah, that's going to be a great one, too. I was typing to someone. I had no idea what you said other than we're doing 4 podcasts a week, and I heard my name.
He got it, so yeah.
Did I respond correctly?
Yeah, you did. No,
awesome.
I like to do this a lot. Like, this is my hosting ability, is where I leave it open-ended because I expect people to pick up my Slack.
Yep, I'm typing to somebody again.
See, not picking up my Slack. See, nope. I just did it for him. Now, guys, we have a lot of people playing here. I know the Pacifist, for example, 001. He is my brother. He just hit level 30 a month ago. So this would be a great way for him to learn. A couple games ago, we had a Shyvana who played jungle, and we gave her quite a number of tips, and hopefully she learned quite a bit from it. And the game before that, we actually had a rage quit in the middle of the game.
It was the game after that.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But yeah,
the game before this one.
It was the game before this one.
Yes.
Right, that's what I said.
No, I thought you said that.
I don't care what you thought I said. Well, the game before this one, we actually had a rage quit. So, guys, realize this. If you rage quit one of our games, you're not invited back. I'm keeping a list, and I'm checking it twice.
Who's naughty and nice?
Wait, I'm going to turn my camera on. I didn't have my camera.
I wasn't that worried about it. I was just showing that Skype advertisement. I thought that was pretty good. I thought people would rather look at that than your face anyway. Swain pick. I like the Swain pick. Alright, well, Pone turned his camera on and then disconnected from Skype, so that's pretty cool. He's back now.
Hey, Skype crashed.
Yeah, I noticed. He turned the camera on, it's like, fuck it.
So camera's back on so you guys can see our faces now.
Shit's fucked up.
This will be a lot of fun in about 3 months, because Reckern and I will be in the same room.
Yeah. Once we're in the same room watching it on the TV, sitting back on the couch, relaxing.
Well, it'll be a lot more fun because we'll be able to look at each other and actually talk about how the game goes. I think the commentary will be better.
I think I moved it the wrong way. Shit!
Oh, god damn it.
I'm trying to fix the camera without actually adjusting the sub-region on OBS. So I'm just moving the Skype window. But it apparently does nothing. Fuck.
So, if you guys are watching the camera right now, as you can see behind me, this is the normal Pone room. Here, I'll move the black screen. This is why I have the black screen out. Look at the beer bottles in the background.
You have a screen up because you're too lazy to take the beer bottles down, so you just fucking block the view of them?
I actually do it because it looks better.
You don't like
We're going to be living together? No, we are not going to be living together. I mean, we might, actually. We've talked about it, but...
Possible.
No, I will be living in Michigan probably within 30 minutes of Reckern, so I'll be able to go to his house every Thursday night.
Oh,
and
it's closer
Kansas
than that.
City.
It's like a 10-minute drive.
I guess from Mason, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I was just thinking if I moved. I guess it's 15 minutes still.
One's gonna be living in his mom's basement and her internet sucks, so he's leaving his computer at my place. That's what's happening.
Yup, that'll be happening. My house will be going up for sale probably here shortly, and I'll be moving to Michigan again. So hopefully the podcast does not suffer from that. Things people don't need to know that I'm talking about. This is why I don't drink and
Personal issues. Just drink the pain away.
I am drinking one of the best beers that Cincinnati has to offer that you can only get in Cincinnati. I'm on the camera right now. Rheingeist Truth. This is an IPA, and it's fucking fantastic. They just released it
That's
last
not
week.
the beer can I remember drinking.
No, it's not. They just released this last week.
Okay.
First time. So.
All right,
thanks.
well, let's look at these comps here. We got the Mayokai support from Cheer Jaden, which is
It's like
actually
post or
very...
something.
That's something to be reckoned with. Like, we've seen that firsthand.
And Malachi just got a buff too.
Oh, well, not necessarily a buff so much as a bug fix that was a buff. But,
There you go.
but yeah, I mean, it's a buff
So-
compared to what he was doing before.
Cheer Jaden support. Malachi support has that surprise factor. There's a lot of supports. If you watch Galio play in the bottom lane or Morgana, they were all like surprise pick supports. Like suddenly they hit level 6 or level 5 or whatever it may be, and you're like, wow, they just did. They just counter engaged or they stopped my engage and they turned it around. That's what Malachi does very well.
Except that they have a Zyra support on the other team, which is actually the best pick that you could get against a Mayokai because the Mayokai is 100% dive.
I agree with that. Okay, so we're gonna look at P Busy, LOL. He was the Amumu last game. He is not running. He's running Ignite Teleport, not running Ghost or Flash. Against this team, I would 100%. Against the purple team, 1,000%. I would run Flash.
Yeah, you got to get out of the Trundle if he pillars you in. You got the Vi, you got the Akali. He doesn't really have a whole lot. He doesn't have a whole lot to get in or out of a fight without Flash. In fact, he has nothing. He's fucking Nasus. He withers and runs.
Right. So normally, you see a lot of Nasus, they run Ghost in the top lane, and that's not a bad pick. Like, I would definitely run Ghost as Nasus in the top lane if it wasn't for the fact that you're going to be slowed, stunned, snared, or popped up by this enemy team.
Yeah.
So Flash is needed. You don't run Ignite. You're not going to kill a Trundle with Ignite Teleport. And you're not going to be able to get to bottom lane once you get down there without a Flash or a Ghost. Because by the time you get in and you wither, they're going to be a far enough distance. They're going to be, 10 Teemos away from you. You can't catch up with them even with Wither.
Yeah, that's a good point. Once you see that teleport in, the other team's just going to start backing out, and you're not really going to... You teleported.
Yeah, you teleported. Okay, now what do? You withered, and that's all you really get down at that point. You have to be able to get into the fight. So this is why
You're
Flash...
lucky if you're in wither range after the teleport anyway.
Correct. Unless it's like they pushed way far ahead or something.
Yeah.
So, right now, Mumu being on the blue side, Mumu definitely needs to start. We just talked about Mumu last game. Mumu has to start blue buff for the most part to be able to do the most damage. He can start red, but he's definitely a better blue side or purple side pick than he's a blue side pick.
Yeah, he runs out of mana before he even gets to red. It's pretty rough if you don't start blue.
Okay. I'm actually interested to see if the pacifist can hit a bandage toss because I have not seen his move.
Oh, your brother.
Only laughing is Luke is probably actually they're playing this game just about now or through loading screen. The interesting pick over here being the Graves pick. Graves not that great of pick. If you want to watch him in the LCS, the reason he's not picked that often is because his range is super short. In comparison, like Vayne does a lot of true damage and does more damage than Graves does.
Also
But
has
Graves-
a tumble on like 3-second cooldown that she can escape.
Correct, and that's where I was getting to here next, is that you pick Vayne because Vayne can go invisible and tumble and get away from people. Graves, once he's in, he's done.
Yeah, that's...
You're committed to the fight.
You're either winning or losing the fight if you're playing Graves.
Correct. Graves is a lane bully. Graves is there to win. They have Leona, correct?
It's Mayokai.
No, they have Zyra. They have Zyra. Zyra Graves, not a bad lane to put together. I would have rather they picked Leona here.
I don't know. With the Mayokai support, Leona's actually not that great of a pick, just because if Leona goes aggro, then Mayokai just ties up the enemy AD carry anyway. Whereas...
But then that kind of falls back on Graves as well, though, because Graves is going to do a lot of damage to Maokai, especially when he's level 6.
Yeah,
and Malachi Ezreal isn't that great of a lane as it stands because they can't all in. Ezreal's just gonna have the last hit. Malachi can't zone all that well, especially against a Zyra. Like you made that point. Like he can't all in against a Zyra.
yeah. Which is why I like the. Well, okay. So you're saying Leona instead of me, okay?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. But this is Cheer Jaden we're talking about.
I still think
I agree that Leona would be a better pick than Maokai. I thought you were talking about Zyra.
No. I think that Malachi also should have run Ignite instead of Exhaust because Graves is going to get his burst down no matter what.
Yeah, he's gonna get his burst down, and he doesn't really rely on his autos as much. And I try to tell that to people all the time. And so, look, you take Ignite, take Ignite, take Ignite. You're going against Ezreal, you're going against Graves, you're going against Lucian, you're going against these guys that are AD casters, not auto attack AD carries.
It's a very good way to put it. 80 caster is the way people need to look at it because when Malachi dives in, Malachi needs to be igniting Graves, or I would actually ignite Zyra and kill Zyra more quickly than Graves because Graves gets that passive, which is going to give him more armor and magic resist, and it makes it harder to kill and all in.
Yeah, but you also have to keep in mind if you all in the Zyra, you got the Graves beating on you, and in addition to that, once you kill the Zyra, she's got her passive.
Right.
Get you back from the grave. So it's definitely a trade-off either way.
It's not a bad lane to run, but Graves is dependent on winning his lane. 100%. Graves has to win his lane.
Yeah, if he doesn't come out ahead, he's behind.
Welcome to
Right.
Summoners
And when I mentioned his range earlier, Graves can't siege turrets. His range is too short to siege turrets, the same way with Vayne. They're not used as any kind of siege comp. And obviously...
The only thing I could see Graves being useful for is throwing out his AoE and letting the Akali finish up and clean up the fight.
Yes, that has to be. They have to do that immense burst damage in the beginning and taking somebody out. But who are they going to take out in this team? Because theoretically, Nasus should be super tanky and Swain should be tanky with his Rod of
30
Ages, and you
seconds until
can't get
minions
to
spawn.
Ezreal.
Yeah, there's literally nobody on this team that can burst out. Ezreal will E away. Nasus tanky as fuck. Swain, somewhat tanky as fuck, but he'll also probably have his Zanyas since 90% of Swain's get his Zanyas.
Right.
Boo-boo, tanky as fuck. Maokai, tanky as fuck.
Tanky as fuck. Oh, here's Shira Jaden going in. Shira Jaden beating just casual
Shira Jaden
in the
man
ballistic
mode.
foot dividend damage. Shira just doesn't give a fuck though.
No fuck.
So starting those
Minions
saplings for
spawn.
harass, I wish I would have looked at what he was taking. I would have preferred that Shira take Doran Shield hard.
The Doran Shield?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. The coin, well, did the Doran Shield nerfs come in on the last patch?
No.
Okay, so that's still normal. I would imagine that would be a better pick for both supports, especially the Zyra, who's prone to getting harassed down by Ezreal's Qs. She wants to retain the positioning to stop any engagement. Okay.
Correct. You see, here's the problem with the move. If you look at him right now, he's at half life, and then you look at just casual and Vi hardly hurt at all because of that shield. And this is why move suffers really.
Yep.
It takes.
Although, can't tell how many potions they have stacked up. I was going to look at what potions they've used, but I can't tell.
And Trundle is my director came with the top lane, so I'm gonna talk about top lane right here. Trundle is gonna beat out Nasus until like Nasus. All Nasus can do is give up farm early and make it up later.
Ezreal and Maokai against a good poke down on that Zyra. They could potentially kill her at level 2 if she sticks around too much. Trundle's beating up on Nasus at an early level.
So is Chira not running any extra AP on Malachi? He's running. Looks like he's running straight armor.
Yep, he's running pure tank. He's got MR blue that looks like armor.
But taking too much damage down here, I actually think Graves should have stayed in that.
Graves probably could have picked up a kill. They had the level advantage over Maokai at level 1, so he doesn't have quite the amount of health that maybe could have taken him out.
Bottom lane seems like place with big cameras here mostly because of the amount of damage that Graves. Graves is at full life, so anytime that you catch anybody like that, anybody's at probably full life, you're not. And Ezreal doesn't do damage at all. Okay.
One thing I want to point out that that Zyra just did incredibly well is she pinged on her way to ward as she was leaving the lane. So Graves knew
The middle lane of
auditory
is going in hard, getting killed.
getting the kill back. Actually worth it for the Akali Vi, getting the assist over the first blood.
Okay, I just watched top lane here, and I have to point this out for anybody watch the map and they have the top lane. And there goes down. Trying to run out here. Pass this going in. Now, back.
Your microphone's really quiet. It's cutting out. Let me recall you on Skype real quick. Probably because your webcam was on too.
Okay, so I want to go back to this. I was watching Mojo Jojo last night. For those of you who don't know how to play any kind of lane, I'm gonna watch Pacifist go in here again. Lane gang don't do that well.
You're still
You
super
have to remember
quiet.
this with the number of here. I'll turn it up. Actually, I should.
Actually, I don't know how to turn it up.
There we go. I see why. You
All
can
right,
hear
in
me
the
now.
mid lane, Swain's going in on the Kali. Almost landed the snare on her. Probably could have got a lot more harass had he. Ezreal's taking the time to back while he's got his lane push. That's a good idea. Vi's just kind of chilling out here, looking for something to do.
So you guys can hear me now. I'm
yeah,
assuming.
you're good. You're good now.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to P Busy up here in the top lane. While all this stuff is going on, we know kills go down. Tower, melee minions, 2 hits, auto attack. Range minions, 1 hit, auto attack. For the most part, assuming you have like 70 AD. That's how this works, right? P Busy was doing too much damage to the minions and losing a lot of minions to the tower. As you can see, he's at 11 CS to 22 because he's losing so much to the tower. Because he's not auto-attacking correctly. When you're playing Nasus, you have to play passively.
Yeah, I just actually watched him miss 2 CS in a row. Picked up the third. Lost the fourth.
Because he walked back too far.
Yeah, he's just walking back too far. Missing a lot of CS, not necessarily getting any Qs. What's he stacked up on the Q?
And this is the big thing here with Nasus or any laner. Vi down in the bottom lane now, getting flash Q, perfect flash Q from just casual flash.
Yeah,
That is
okay, probably
irritated
going
damage going down. Taking tower shots, nothing's really going to happen out of this. I am Dory can't do anything. But guys, when you're learning to lane, you have to learn minion damage and how much is going to happen. You learn when there's 6 minions there that after 2 seconds you can attack them, for example. You learn this by playing right there. And yeah, see, he missed that other one again because he's underestimating how much damage the tower is going to do.
Yeah, the tower is just crushing his CS.
Reckern, if you can move, yeah, see, he's just auto. That's not what you want to do. You want the tower to do the work for you.
Yep. The caster minions, if you get 1 auto, let the tower hit it, and then get another auto off from a full health caster minion. That's actually enough damage to kill it. Whereas if there's a little bit of damage to the minion, I think it's like 60 damage, which is not that much. If you let the
Reckern,
tower
if you
hit.
want to move the people around and what lanes they're in the scoreboard,
Wait, what? I can move those?
you click and drag them. Yeah.
Oh, no shit. Oh my god, I did not know I could do that. Oh
You-
my god.
Look at that. So yeah, put people together. So jungles together.
I like that. I like that
Right.
a lot.
So watch it. Okay, so right here, if you watch Maokai is going to get a big power spike at level 6, and he can probably all in this bottom lane at that time. He could definitely do it if they had Ignite.
Yeah, and he can
Because there's
definitely do it
damage.
if he can get the Zyra to miss the E. If that Zyra misses that E and that Maokai goes in, that's game over.
Correct. And Swain at this point bullying out Akali. If you're playing Swain into Akali, the W has to miss. It's the same thing. A lot of these champions and a lot of lane matchups are, if they miss a skill, you can go in. Blitzcrank is the same thing. If Blitzcrank misses that hook, you have to go in.
You gotta punish those mistakes. That's what League of Legends is it's not making plays, it's capitalizing on mistakes.
Just like right down here with Xin being out too far, missing that E. That minion goes down, not enough damage because there's no AP on him, but he picks up the kill anyway.
That was a good EQ in by Ezreal there. For auto. He knew he was safe, he knew the Graves couldn't do too much in return.
And we just watched mid lane.
Fight
Pacifist going in, popping ults. Should have popped that ult earlier. I did not see if it was up, so I can't comment on that.
I
After
imagine it was
Tsunade-
because they did just hit level 6. I haven't seen any ults really get used.
Right. So that's another thing here with League of Legends is you have to have fast fingers. Even if you're at 80, 100 ping, you have to have fast enough fingers to control R and pop that ult. I don't know how many ganks I've ever had in my life where I've hit level 6 and popped my ultimate and it's turned.
Yeah, definitely. You have to know when to use it, and if you're a damage dealer, you get your burst in first and put them on the back pedal.
So blue here, I want to say blue side here, doing a fantastic job of understanding when that blue buff is up. Jory going a little too deep, but it's not that big a deal because he's full life. So timing buffs. So right now at 9 minutes that came back up. That means Vi did not go to blue buff in time. It was up for an extra minute that it should have been up.
Well, extra minute and a half, really.
Yeah, because she started blue, right?
I believe she did.
Yes. So, guys, time your buffs. That's a big League of Legends. Like, right now, watching all these games, what I'm seeing are simple mistakes that can be corrected by understanding.
Kali roaming down to the bot lane, picking up a kill on Ezreal and probably Mayokai?
Nah,
I think they could dive this. Yeah, she got that easy. She knew what she was doing. That was a good play.
Cheer popping that pink ward down. He didn't need to pop it under turret, though.
Yeah, that was a little silly. I don't know what he's doing there. Bot lane looking to take the turret possibly here.
Yep. My camera went back to top, going back to the bottom. I'm just leaving this on right now. I don't think they'll have the turret with this wave.
No, it doesn't look like it. I would actually, if I was the bot lane, I would have backed with that last wave hitting the turret. Just so I could go spend the gold that I have, because what does Graves got here?
Press S.
2,300. Graves still have 2,300 gold. That's, you want to go back and spend
X,
that before the enemy gets back in the lane, so that they don't just push it right back into your turret.
So it's interesting
actually
here.
Pushing Trundle back, which is what we thought would happen. That lane's getting to the higher levels, and Nasus is becoming more of a bully.
So here's the thing too: when you have teleport, it's okay to use teleport early. If you're like level, I don't like this. So P busy, for example, you're just auto attacking away. That's not the way to play that up in the top lane. You should definitely be moving all the time because if Trundle had a little bit more life, he could engage on you and start taking you down.
Definitely.
You need to be constantly moving. Here comes a Vi, no life, no mana on Nasus. The engage has happened. The red buff is down. I would be very surprised if he doesn't run out.
I would hope that Vi could capitalize on that gank with as patient as she was. That she waited and waited and waited in that top tri brush, but it paid off for her.
Right. So we look over here at a Mumu. Mumu is at 42 CS to Vi's 46. They're pretty even considering, but Vi is up a little bit building the Elder Lizard. Now Vi being this far ahead, 1-0 and 2, she should be building next into Brutalizer.
Oh yeah, totally. The Spirit of the Elder Lizard, Brutalizer in solo queue, incredibly strong build right now. It is absolutely insane how many junglers can use that build and do incredibly well. Wukong's another one, Skarner's another one. I mean, pretty much any jungler that benefits from attack damage gonna want to build that.
But you want to build that when you are ahead.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to build it if you're behind. Even's actually a good place to build it if you know you can make the plays, or even a little bit behind. But if you don't think that you have the chance to make the plays happen, you shouldn't be building that. And with a kill on Akali and a 3v2 in the mid lane, that was actually pretty close to Akali capitalizing on a kill. And ended up coming, a move came in late and turned the fight.
Right, just being that presence there. So, the bottom lane finally goes down. P busy fighting up here in the top lane. P busy should not be fighting this.
Not at all. Wow.
You have to realize when you're B, and that's probably after 3 auto attacks, you know you're B.
Great flash E from Zyra. That was actually incredibly well. Vi comes in and gets the shield and chases off of Mumu.
I'm gonna say Mumu didn't do a bad job there. Jory coming in here doesn't have red buff, doesn't have red kick down, but auto attacks finishes. Fantastic job on Jory of coming in and capitalizing on that situation. Understand what's going on. Luke, Pacifist did a fantastic job of there, staying on her and trying to do as much damage. But when you don't have blue buff and you don't have any mana,
and you're only a Mumu at level 8, there's not a whole lot you can do.
Right. So, no, but he did a good job. You have to stay in there.
He tried to zone her from the damage. Akali going ham again. Probably going to pay her life for this stuff. Yep, there she goes. Oh, actually a good trade for Akali is just because she got the assist. Ezreal did not get an assist on that kill. And then it also allows Graves.
So I'm watching up here, busy on Nasus going in. The Swain never move goes down. Flash over the wall. Fantastic flash by Mojo Dodo to get out of there. Good job recognizing you need to get out and how to get out of the There are a lot of walls, and we're going to talk about this in the next Trinity Force podcast, how to get out of here. Crazy Fish sacrificing his life more than likely for that.
But
which
it is
is
worth
not
it
easy
to trade it that early.
You think that's a good trade?
Trading 1 kill for a turret? How much gold and map pressure do you get from a
Correct.
turret compared to a kill?
If that went down, everybody, Amumu and Ezreal need to be going right to mid lane right now.
If the blue team doesn't come back and capitalize on the mid lane, it is a definite win for the Graves trading his life for that. And it looks like that's going to be the case, as the blue team is not going to trade back that turret. Although the bot lane turret is getting kind of low. Dragon's still up. Nobody's made any kind of gestures for Dragon. No early plays towards it. I would think the purple team could be looking at that with as strong of early game they have.
Right. Again, this all comes down to bottom lane is the place to camp in Season 4. Because Amumu should be spending a lot of his time down there and ganking, even if it's lane bush ganking, even if it doesn't come out with a kill, it blows flashes, and flashes are still a good gank. We said that all the way back in Season 2. If you blow a flash, that's worth it, and you can come back and fight it again.
Especially against the Graves lane, where Graves can kind of bully out Ezreal. You wanna give Ezreal as many advantages as you can. Even if you come gank and just blow Graves flash, that keeps him from flash ulting or flash ulting or whatever. It's gonna keep him on his hind heels rather than going aggressive. And it looks like Trundle might be in trouble up here. He's getting chased down by Mumu and Nasus.
The bandage house is already out. I am Jordy, the bottom lane going down. 4-man gank. That's over. He's just out of position. Unfortunate. If there's no turret, you shouldn't be up that far.
Yeah, I'm guessing he got hit with the vial, followed up by a Zyra E.
Absolutely.
See it, but
that's exactly what happened. So, again, if you're a lot of these, I think, in my opinion, a lot of solo queue focuses on jungle and mid. Jungle needs to be focusing all their pressure on one of those two lanes, bottom or mid lane. And if the jungler focuses on those, like you said earlier, it keeps them on their heels and makes them so they don't push the tower out so easily. You don't need to focus any of your time on
Nasus. The team that's weak at sieging is now sieging against you because they got the bottom lane out, they're able to roam, and they're able to put their Graves mid and just trade his life for a turret, which, hey, it worked out for them.
Right. If they're playing it correctly, their move goes down, misses the top lane, watching Jojo and Trundle go down. Trundle pops the W, gets the extra speed boost, extra and PPC are still on them, chasing him down. I don't think he's going to get this even with that extra wither, so.
And while you were talking about that, I was actually looking in the bot lane where Zyra got caught out by Maokai. They ended up getting 2 kills on the blue team for just the 1 on the purple team in the bot lane.
So would you say a lot of this comes down to people being out of position and not understanding what the next objective is?
There is definitely a lot of blue team being out of position here. The purple team as well, actually. I would think that they could capitalize a lot more. The purple team could have taken a much earlier dragon. I would think they could have taken a second dragon at this point in the game.
Sure. Yeah, a lot of the solo queue goes down to understanding what position you need to be in and what objectives you need to be taking. I'm going to keep going back to this. I'm going to keep hounding on this. You have to focus on the lanes like bottom lane. Bottom lane needs that focus because dragons are still a huge factor. Even if they're only giving 150 gold every 6 minutes, it needs to be the lane you're focusing on. It needs to be the objective. If you don't take those, you're wasting your time.
Actually, a pretty even fight here in the mid lane between Mumu and Maokai. Kali looks like she might be pushing for the lead, though.
Now, Bastard, that nice flash here, Jay, the flash over the wall as well. The twist advance comes down, stopping into that position, picking up the kill.
Yeah, Swain totally came in and just saved that fight. That was looking real good for the purple team until Swain showed up.
So we're watching top lane. P busy, assuming a twist or a grasping roost comes down, stops that. Yes, the kill. So if you are playing Trundle in the top lane versus most champions, you want to build that Cutlass early. Trundle did a very fantastic job with this. Nasus, on the other hand, building that Sheen first, not a good idea. Nasus needs cooldown reduction.
Nasus already behind and trying to go for some extra damage on the Q, but he doesn't have a whole lot of Q stacks since he's 40-ish CS behind Trundle.
Yep. Even if you are way ahead, if you are 40 CS ahead because somehow you were able to push them out, that's when you can build damage. It has to be like 20 to 40 CS.
Yep, definitely, but the Sheen is not a good idea. You're going to want to get those tanky stats so you can stay in lane longer. Obviously, Trundle's 3 kills ahead of Nasus, and he could have done a lot to help him out in the lane.
Nasus popping ultimate up here in the top lane. Jojo almost going down. Wither is down on him. He's flashed out of there. Ultimate goes on by Mumu. Fantastic ultimate. We see if Zing goes going over. Zing's going to try to flash over the wall. He makes it over. PPC with no flash. Can't make it over. Pacifist with a fantastic E back over. Now we have him back in the fight. PVC trying to go in on this, and nothing happens. That was actually a really good a Q, a bandage toss back onto the Wraith. I don't know if that was the white. Yes, that was a fantastic bandage toss. That's what was needed, but with no wither and no flash being up from Nasus, because Nasus doesn't have flash, you can't really capitalize on that.
And maybe not even necessarily the best chase either, because the blue team doesn't have any vision into the river. And at the time, Kali and Vi were both missing from the map and could have been already on their way to that boat. So they're not necessarily the best opportunity to go chasing a support.
I actually like this game because it's much more even than the other game was. We've got 2 turrets for the blue team and 4 for the red. So red obviously ahead by about 2k gold. Here, getting caught out. Down.
Rush, absolutely demolished. Looks like the purple team could be pushing down the line.
Purple team right now. Well, we have a minute left on Dragon. Purple team needs to realize that Dragon is coming up here soon. So purple team needs to back and be ready for that Dragon. Bandage toss coming out of Mumu.
This could actually be a good fight start by a Mumu if he went back into that. Never mind. I'm sorry. I was looking at Graves and thinking he was one of the blue team. I was thinking that was a 4v3. That was a terrible fight start.
So we're 20 minutes in the game. It's even. You know, score. It's only 3k gold lead. That's not a very big gold lead. Team fight. Anything could happen depending on how players outplay each other. So with 35 seconds left on Dragon, red team needs to be saying, Vi needs to be saying, instead of going to bluffs, we have 30 seconds on Dragon, guys. Focus on Dragon. We need to take that extra gold and extend our lead. Once you're ahead, you need to get more ahead.
And Vi's got that sweeper ward right now. She should already be heading towards the dragon rather than Raze right now and clearing out any wards. You see Zen going back and the dragon's about to spawn.
I'm watching right here. Directed camera's up top, watching him just kind of walk around. He sees Mojo.
See this trundle set in the bush. Both people have it warded. Everybody knows where everybody is, but they all think they're being sneaky. Nobody's sneaky around here. And
so
Trundle actually doing a really good job drawing 3 people up top, and that's a free dragon for purple.
Team has slain the dragon.
So we were just talking about how Dragon needed to be taken by the red team, and they did it. But I think they could have done it better, because I think they could have transferred that into a turret, like a bottom lane turret.
Probably, but they actually didn't do a bad job. Trundle switched his lane. He got
we got a big fight going on here in the bottom lane. Mumu has already popped up his ultimate. Crazy got the ultimate ignite on him. That's a kill on Expedition to Crazy, thanks to his passive. Unfortunate, a very unfortunate engage. You can't use your Vi ultimate on a Mumu like that she did. You have to use that Vi ultimate. Expedition coming down here, popping the Q, killing Vi. Top lane, we're going back up here. Directed camera is probably back up here. Pete Busy's getting destroyed by Mojo, having to pop his ultimate, doing damage, and Mumu back in. Why are you turning away, directed camera?
NASA should not be chasing onto this Trundle up here. What's going on in the mid lane? Looks like Busy's actually taking a turret and diving onto the Zyra. There was a good dive. Graves trying to defend, but he's not going to be able to. This turret's going to go down.
Easy turret, no doubt. I like this Mumu build because of the Crazy BC on Akali backing, going on Expedition. Healing up, this double kill for Akali. Akali getting a triple kill. No, not enough damage.
Almost Akali. That was actually pretty well played. I'll give you a little credit there. You got a couple kills in a bad situation.
So Nasus is up here 1 and 3, still going for that Trinity Force.
Yeah, and he just does not have the gold to back it up. They really should have given up after the Sheen, or maybe even turned the Sheen into an Iceborne Gauntlet at that point.
Yep, you have to pick up that kill gem. That 10% CDR is huge on Nasus.
Oh, yeah.
20% CDR is huge on Nasus. You have to have those for extra Qs because you're all about your Q for that damage.
Yeah, Nasus isn't going to win the game before 30 minutes. That's what it comes down to.
You're right. You are 100% right. So Vi coming up here in the top lane. I'm going to direct the camera on to Just Casual. Casual just popping him out of there, pushing them back. So over here, red middle lane, they're definitely pushing down the turret. Astro Edition can't really do too much to stop this except for clearing the wave. A lot of teams you see now are doing those poke comps where they're fast clearers. They're not allowing people to siege very well. And when you don't have a team, when you have Braves, you can't siege the turret.
Definitely not. He is decent at defending turrets because of his Q wave clear. However, sieging turrets, his range is too short. The wave gets pushed in before you can get in turret range, and the enemy team clears the wave.
So we might see a team fight here break out soon. Nasa's still sitting in base. He bought his Trinity Force, bought his Boots of Swiftness. I don't like those Boots of Swiftness without Flash.
Yeah, the Boots of Swiftness are... I guess they're probably the best buy for Boots since it doesn't have Flash, just because it'll help him to escape.
Well, while we're talking about this right now, Twisted Advance comes out in Mojo. Mojo has Ignite down on me. Fight, pop, no. Vi comes back in. Pops the ultimate down on Astradition. This Swain is taking much damage. Healing back up. Gets back in because the killer stopped him from going in there. He's trying to do Flash. Flash over the wall. Fantastic. Xin Zhao, fantastic Flash over back over with an E back in. Twisted Advance comes in. Xin Zhao might die. Actually, by a Mumu, and they are turning the fight back around.
Great turn by the blue team. The purple team going way, way too deep. They should have given up on that. The purple team actually made a great play and forced them back and could have just gotten back and maybe pushed the wave, taken the mid turret. However, they pushed their luck and went way too far. They got punished.
That's right. You can't see red.
You read, you dead.
Nope. Red, you dead. I know I said I wasn't doing a lot of play-by-play, but that's actually fun to.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it, we might as well.
and, you know, when these games get this, you know, we've talked a lot about that can happen here, but when you get into it, like what else can you really talk about?
It's not like you can give advice about defense that fast.
Yeah, why'd you flash over that wall? It was really bad. Oh my god, it actually turned out in your favor. Yeah, it doesn't really work, does it?
Nope. See, it's a little easier to analyze after you see the results, because then you can sound smart all the time.
I don't sound smart.
Isn't that the caster's job, just to analyze what already happened?
Wait,
so
can I do a
really
blind alley
wrong?
right now, or Rivington right now?
Yeah, you can be Rivington, just blind alley yourself.
All right, so we're at a kind of a lull in this game after that team fight. Red side doesn't want to push too hard and do too much. So we have a minute 14 on Dragon. The timer should be on red. Red should know this is coming up. They should be start potentially positioning. There should be a pink board down at Dragon at 1 minute to stop any. We don't see any at this point in time. There still should be a pink board down there. Get ready.
He's got one in his inventory. They got the sweeper on both Vi and Vin. Mayokai actually the only one on the blue team picking up a sweeper.
Are they gonna do?
They're clearing out Baron. I don't necessarily think they're going to do it, but they are going for the 26-minute Baron while the purple team is clueless.
Oblivious.
Yeah, the purple team has no idea this is happening. They even cleared out a ward in that bush. I would think they would at least send someone to check it out, but it looks like the blue team's going to take their turn to contest it.
Flash has already gone down by a Mumu. Let's see if he can hit. No, Mumu just able to take it with an E at the final end. The ultimate comes down for Tira Jaden. Back in the background, and Mumu all comes down, only catching 2 people. Vi ultimate comes down, catching on I'm Jory. I'm Jory flashes in the pit. Mojo Jojo is being taken down by the Ignite. A blue team doing a fantastic job of this fight up. Close barrier comes down, and he's going to get withered and take it this fight. So fantastic job. That smite was too early, though. I don't like.
That was too early. Amumu got really lucky that Trundle didn't come in and just burst it down somehow. And but the blue team picking up the Baron and the Ace. They only lost Ezreal in that fight. That is huge. The blue team needs to start warding the enemy jungle, and it needs to start taking control of the game and pushing turrets out.
Yeah, exactly. Red team had the chance to see Dragon is live right now. Everybody that is sitting in mid lane needs to move to Dragon.
And
right
it
now.
looks like Swain may be heading there, although somebody pinged on their way bottom. I don't know who that was. Swain is going to start picking up the dragon. Amumu actually backing and not helping Swain with the dragon. Probably should go down there, but it looks like Swain's going to get it anyway, just because nobody on the purple team is in position to stop him.
Right, because they're all dead.
Yeah.
So Swain picking up a free dragon. Dragon go down here at 22 or 28:05. We'll see you in 6 minutes, Mr. Dragon.
Spawns at 34 minutes and 5 seconds.
Can I type that in right now for them?
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
Actually,
Okay.
I always thought League of Legends would be really interested with a live spectator that could talk to their team.
I like a coach.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
not an actual player, but just like a spectator.
They did that at MLG Summit back when, shit, was the old Samsung team came back over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had, Curse was playing, and they had Liquid giving them information, and there was big controversy about that.
Oh, wait. Like he wasn't supposed to be?
Well, there was no clear-cut rule.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was back in the day. So, Cheer Jaden over here has picked the Aegis Legion into a Sunfire Cape, so he's going to do extra damage when he comes in. We see that Zyra is working on his Zonias mid
Looking
lane.
to catch out Graves, and they dive him under turret with the Maokai catching him out front. They blow him up, just absolutely crushed him.
This is the problem with Swain. Swain is hit. Swain is sick.
Catching Zyra under turret too. Cheer Jaden just does not give a fuck right now, taking all the turret shots. They could probably just turn on Vi, but they're opting to. Kali comes and cleans up Ezreal.
Ultimate goes out by and Boom is able to take the damage. Right now, Astradition on Swain is going to be able to clean up this fight. Odo is not able to do damage on Bundle. He damage down as taking that.
Vi barely going down.
Yeah, they're going down. You can't if you're not able to catch a
Blue team cleaning up in the mid lane, huge. Actually, NASA is just not even part of that fight, but pushing the top lane. Just pushing it in all the way to the inhibitor turret. The blue team gets the middle inhibitor turret and probably going to push down onto the middle inhibitor.
Yeah, the middle inhibitor is easily going at this point, this game. This game is not...
It's still up. And there it goes. Amumu finishes it off and flashes out.
How much like
Graves
that?
picking up the shutdown on Nasus. I didn't even see what happened there. How did Nasus die under turret? Just
He was taking damage.
too greedy.
He just took turret damage and he started focusing on Graves rather than focusing on the turret.
What's that turret at? Oh yeah, he should have just taken that turret down. That turret's going to start regenerating health now, and it's not going to be worth his time. Had he taken the turret out and then just traded his life for the turret, it would have been worth it.
Right. I mean, it's still worth when it has that much... I mean, you can kind of call it worth it when it has that much life left, but at the same time you're giving free kills to the red team.
And you have to go back up there and capitalize on it before that turret regens health. If you let it sit there for 5 minutes, it's going to be back up to half.
Right. So at this point, the only way red team is going to see come back from this is if Baron is going to be up in the next minute, 2 minutes. Red team has to start warding up. Red team has to take that Baron, and red team has to turn this around because of that. You just have to defend mid lane. You have to be ready to take Baron and play very cautious and casual.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, Nasus is not doing very poorly considering the start he had. I would have expected he'd be much further behind than he is, but he ended up being able to pick himself 3 kills, and he's a threat to be bargained with now. He's got his Triforce and Frozen Heart.
Here's the thing, I don't think I would have built Frozen Heart. I probably would have gone Randu and Zoman.
Yeah, it's
or even a Sunfire Cape.
going back to the AD caster thing. Even Graves, the enemy AD carry, does not rely on his auto attacks as much as a normal AD carry would.
Correct. And Akali, same thing. Caster, AP caster.
Yep.
And they're going to push top lane down because of how low it is. Oh, Shira Jaden going ham down in here, not really do too much. He comes down and Nasus can take a couple turret shots as some friendly poke.
Purple team not quite there. It looks like blue team's probably going to get the turret. Blue team looking to force the inhibitor. The move goes in on the Akali with the bandit toss. Actually catches her, pushes her out from very low. She can't get her. Blue team should be able to take the shot.
Yeah, blue team's gonna take this. Astradition just got too much damage on him. Right now he's got ultimate. They can't kill him. He's down. Find him. Walls. I mean, there's no really other reason to use it. Cheer hitting goes in. This team fight is totally in blue's hands at this point.
And that looks like it could even be the game possibly. They're gonna get Ace and they have 25 seconds, and only Zyra will be up at that point. And after Zyra, they got 35 seconds, so anybody else is up. The mid lane's already pushing. They got the minions to help out.
Astradition not moving. I'm going to assume the forfeit here is coming out very shortly. So red team, to turn this back around, red team had to have those dragon timers down, and red team had to be ready to increase their lead. They were ahead by 3,000 to 4,000 gold at one point, and had they been in the position to take dragons, they were had they been in position to take dragons and turn those into towers, they would have turned this game around.
Well, the game was actually pretty close up until the point the blue team got the Baron. Completely uncontested, and then had the almost clean eighth, only losing one person in that fight. That was really the point where the blue team took control and just pushed and ended the game.
So I hate to say it, and I'm going to call it Nasus here. Nasus not really that big of a factor in this game. Yes, he was able to push. Yes, he was able to get to critical mass because he was not contested all that highly. But not having Flash on this Nasus, not having Ghost, I think could have changed some team fights around for them and made blue team win more quickly.
Yeah, something else to mention. Just looking at the damage dealt to champions, Swain's got twice as much as anybody else on the board, pretty much.
Correct.
Overall, though, good game. Purple team definitely put up a good fight in the early laning phase. The blue team just mid-game, total control.
That's right. So, guys, thanks for watching these. We're going to do these again on Thursday, best 2 out of 3, starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be streaming it live either on T-Force Podcast 2. Otherwise, I hope you guys learned something. I know it was a lot of information to take in at once.
Yeah, and hopefully my camera working wasn't too horrible. I know there was quite a few times when you were talking about a fight, and I'm just like watching something else, and I'm like, wait, none of what you're saying is happening.
Yeah, my direct-to-camera went different places than yours did.
Yeah, apparently. Well, I was manually moving my camera around as I saw things happen as well.
Well, I think that'll do it. So go ahead and kill the stream when you're ready, and thanks, guys, for watching.
Yeah, thanks, everyone. We'll see you Thursday.